is Moscarblog, and in front of me is the most controversial car of this year, most likely. This is the C63S E-Performance. A car supposed to replace the legend that we had, the mighty C63 with the V8. We came from a C63 with a naturally aspirated 6.2 V8 up to a 4.0 V8 bi-turbo in the W205. I've owned a W205 myself and I've absolutely loved this car and how it drives and how it behaves. I think it's the best C63, the W205. And let's today see what this 2.0 four-cylinder with a hybrid can do and how it's replacing its older brothers. I've heard rumors that they want to replace the four-cylinder now again because sales are dropping massively. Nobody is even buying this car, but it is quite okay actually. So let's start off with the review here. So people, we have a combined power output of 680 horsepower and 1020 Newton meters. 476 horsepower come from the 2.0 four-cylinder that's known from the A45S. So it's actually now got 476 horsepower just from a four-cylinder. I'm really curious how that will behave after like 100,000 kilometers. We have also the electric power assisting it. So we have a combined 680 horsepower and 1020 Newton meters. This car is also more expensive than its predecessor. You would think that they would make down the price, they would put it down so people may buy it more, but no, not with Mercedes. This car here, fully spec'd, is around 145,000 euros, and the old one was around 128,000 euros. Which is absolutely crazy just to think about. We also can't spec the carbon ceramic on this car. That's why we've got steel brakes here. There is no ceramic brake option for this car. Despite its weighing of 2.1 tons, it weighs 2.1 tons, but we can't option it with carbon ceramic brakes. Let's start off here at the front. We've got the Panamericana grille here, looking like on a shark. The looks on this car are super good. We've got real vents here. This car reminds me of a baby GT4 door. But let's be honest, all the AMGs look the same now. We've got those beautiful lights of the C-Class with this one eye and that one brow up here. We've got an Affalterbach AMG emblem now here on the hood. We don't have the black Mercedes star anymore. The black Mercedes star is still here, but it's a Distronic star. The sensors are here, and we've got the 360-degree camera up here. Real air vents everywhere. Everything here at the front is real. Even this little hood vent here, which looks super good. But as you can see, only half of it is functionable, the other half is closed. So even there, they did some fakery. But this is actually so the four-cylinder can breathe better because it gets so hot, obviously, producing these numbers. And I really don't know if this car will be good after a couple of kilometers driven, because I really just don't know. Let's start off here at the side. We've got a beautiful wide fender here at the front. Look at this, a super wide fender, but none at the back, unlike at the M3 where you have this super wide rear, which looks super amazing. We don't get that here. We've got a little black part here, black painted, part of the night package, which also continues here at the mirrors and at the windows. As you can see, a turbo E-Performance badge with some seriously bad looking fake outlets, which you can basically pop off. Doesn't really look good at all. We've got a good looking side skirt here, and yeah, this is basically the side profile of the car. Look at it here. It looks super nice, especially that wing at the back. It looks super good. I can't hate it for its looks. It looks super good. This is how I would have expected the new C63 to look after what we've expected in the last couple of years with the GT4 door and stuff. It looks super amazing, but I really don't know about this car. I really don't know. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion as an ex-C63 owner in this video, and I'm really curious how this drives, especially with the new 4MATIC system. It will now launch pretty good. 0 to 100 is claimed in 3.4 seconds. I think we will manage to do that. This car seems pretty fast, but the interesting part is at the Autobahn, how this car performs 100, 200. Is it even faster than its predecessor? Because the top speed on this car is 280 kilometers per hour, and on the previous one it was 290. So we went back 7 years of development and we've got a slower car at the end of the day. So I don't really know about this thing. Look at it here from the side. It looks good. I'm just missing a wider arch here. Got those beautiful lights here at the back, the beautiful spoiler. All in all, it looks like a shark. Let's now move on to the back. So people, moving on to the back of this thing where the Formula One technology battery sits, we've got this beautiful spoiler lip here, which can be optional in carbon fiber. When you option the carbon package, we've got this diffuser here and some real outlets there, but those exhausts are obviously completely fake, those quad tailpipes, and they produce no sound at all. We've got the AMG badge here, the C63S. The sound these exhaust pipes produce sounds like it's from an active sound booster. They sound like they are from a sound booster. Don't sound real. They don't sound real at all. It sounds completely fake. And I think it is fake because for 650 euros, you can option the AMG sound package on this thing, and which makes this thing supposedly louder. But I think it's all just fake box sound, and even down here it's a fake sound. And there is also another huge problem with this rear of the car. It is the boot. Look at this. When I open up this trunk, as you can see, that E-Performance battery is taking up so much space, and those cables also. So we basically have barely even any trunk left. This is 911 size of trunk. This is actually crazy. This car has no trunk at all. And I don't know if this thing will sell proper good, and I don't know how I feel about it. Let's jump inside because the interior is actually quite good as well. Before we move inside, I have to show you another feature I absolutely hate on this car, and I've experienced this with all the new Mercedes models. Look at this. We've got an electronically operated tailgate. I press it, it opens, no problem at all. And now look at this, it's opened, and I will now press and press and press and press again, and now at the fourth time it's worked. So I don't know why it's like that, but it's better off you close it yourself with that electronically assisted button. Let's jump inside. So people, moving on to the back of the C63S E-Performance, you've got leather covered seats here, the red seat belt, and let's jump inside to see the space. The space is actually quite decent for a C-Class. I've got a little bit of knee space left. We've got a beautiful panoramic sunroof here. We don't have a climate control. Can you believe that? Mercedes charges you extra for a 4-zone climate in a car that is so expensive to begin with. This is the back of the C63S E-Performance. Let's go to the front. So people, jumping inside of the front of the C63S E-Performance, this is the view we get. We have memory seats, heated seats, electronic seats, carbon fiber everywhere here. Actually, look up the ignition, so we get some little animations here. Look at this, the steering wheel, the Sport Plus toggles and stuff. Look at them here. Now they will load up. They look super, super amazing. We've got like 2 million modes in this car. I'll show it to you right now. Look at this here. If we go to AMG, we have comfort, we have ice, we have individual, we have the boost for the recuperation, the battery hold, I mean, for the recuperation. We have the electric, the fully electric, the Sport Plus, and the race. That's so many modes. We also got 10 million gauge clusters in here, the track pace one, the Super Sport, the Sporty, the Classic. Basically everything you want, you can put it inside of this car. It looks super, super good. The seat is quite nice as well, fully leather, red little seat belt here, beautiful. AMG headrest on the seat, AMG, good lighting because of the sunroof. And all in all, a quite nice interior. They called it the mini S-Class when it was new, the C-Class when it debuted. And yeah, let's now take it out for a drive. So people, let's start driving the C63S E-Performance, the 4-cylinder hybrid. And as I've mentioned, it's a hybrid, so we can drive fully electric like now. And there's also a sound for the hybrid. If I tap this button here, look. That's a nice electric sound, look. Sounds like a spaceship, sounds like the EQ models. And let's now put it into the Sport, so we get the 4-cylinder. And let's see how it does. The first thing you instantly notice is that the fake sound in here is really loud. It's like really loud coming through the speakers and stuff like this. Some fake burbles. I don't think this is real. It sounds super fake. at least we got an engine, right? So I will now give it full throttle for the first time to see how it performs. Let's go. Full throttle. It's got good torque. That's 100 already. That thing is quite fast actually. And when you push it from like now, how I did it right now, when you're driving like 80, it's instant. It's nearly like in an electric car. It's just instantly there, which is crazy. Actually a fast vehicle, but I seriously miss the sound of the old models. Look at this. This is basically nothing coming from the exterior. This is all just from the interior. We also have a pretty big weight of 2.1 tons, which is crazy to think even about this, because that's like 200 kilograms more than the E63S, which is a way bigger car. And yeah, I don't know, but if that's really good, because you will get a lot of fuel consumption. I'm feeling it. This car is actually using right now 18.2 liters in my whole drive. 18.2, that's the same like a V8. We only have 4 cylinders, so we have half a V8 here. But yeah, at least it goes pretty fast. At least we gotta give him that. It sounds nowhere near as good as the GLE 53. I would have loved this car if it would have came with the 6-cylinder from the 53, but it didn't. It's pretty fast. It is honestly fast. I don't know if it feels like 680 horses, maybe in the launch control. So let's give it full throttle here again. Oh! That was fast. That's 100 already. Okay, this thing is actually, it feels 600 plus horses. It honestly does. And I'm charging the battery. I have more battery now. I have more battery now than when I started my drive, despite me using it all the time. So I can now basically just switch it off to the electric and drive fully electric here, which is super nice for the daily use in the city or in your area at night. It's pretty nice that we can drive it electrically. It's a good hybrid, honestly. Not just a performance battery, but it's also a good hybrid in itself. We have 2 million modes in this car. Look at this: race, sport plus, sport, electric, battery hold, individual, snow mode, comfort. It's so much modes, and it takes 2 hours to go through all these modes here on the wheel. And yeah, the steering feels super nice. The 4-wheel drive is nice. This thing has always got traction, not like the old C63, which I also owned, where you would just slide around all the time. Let's turn around here. This is our backup camera, the 360-degree camera. As you can see, we have everything here. We can also toggle it here, see every view we can possibly want. It's a super nice camera system. I really like it, and it's super easy to use as well. It's basically idiot-proof. You just tap what camera you need right now and then use it. So people, let's now do a launch control of the C63 E-Performance with 680 horsepower. Let's see. Race start, let's go. Whoa, that was fast. Ho, that's 110 already. I believe them with their claimed 3.4 seconds. That was fast. And the electric boost is currently always there. It's actually working pretty good. Now recuperating when I'm lifting off the throttle, and I always have battery. You basically never have to charge your battery. If you forget about the predecessors of this car, which we can't do, but if you just forget about it, it's actually quite a nice car. It is super fast, it looks super good, it is comfortable, it steers good, it brakes good. It's just that it's not a real C63 anymore. That old V8 was so much fun in both of the old C63s. This thing here just sounds like a toaster, but it's faster than its predecessors. Also on the Autobahn, I've tested it on the Autobahn, it's faster than the predecessors, but it also has a lower top speed than the predecessor. The predecessor could go 290, this one only 280 for whatever reason. I wasn't able to try it out all the way because I've got winter tires. But all in all, it's actually a decent car, but I don't know if I would buy it myself, especially because it's now more expensive than the old C63. Can you even imagine that? It's more expensive. So people, let's do another launch control here because I've got some space. Let's go. Oh, that thing is fast. It's so fast on the launch. It's actually crazy. I think you have the full 680 horsepower when launching it, and it feels like 680 when you launch it. That thing just pulls. That's actually crazy. And the battery is now nearly full again. That's the craziest thing, because I'm using the battery all the time. I needed it for the launch control, etc., etc. But we are still charging it, even though we're using it. We can now drive up to 10 kilometers fully electric. When we started the drive, we had 3 kilometers electric range. This is crazy, honestly. That E-Performance thing is a crazy technology. It's actually from the Formula One. They took it from their Formula One, they've learned and took it over to their street cars, and they are using it right now here in this C63 E-Performance, and it actually goes quite good. Race start, let's go. Whoa, this thing is fast. That's 100 already. They claim it at 3.4 seconds, and I absolutely believe them. So people, all in all, I am not happy about this car. I think it should have been a 6-cylinder at least, but driving it, it is a super nice vehicle to drive. It is super fun to drive. It is fast, it looks good, it steers super nice as well, sharp like a knife, and it pulls whenever you need it, but it just has got no V8, no emotions. It's like a quick A45S if you ask me. So people, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, I would be happy if you could leave it a like, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.